that it's not a poison. You believe it's something more natural. You will have to run a few more tests, and it will be roughly at the point when the rest of the party will show up that you will get your final answer to what's going on here.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that it was possible there's a contamination from something like.
As everybody else in the party begins to show up, what you are able to discover is the cause is an algae growing in the water. The algae is a natural occurrence and could have gotten into the well by, any means. The algae is known as green scourge.
Green scourge. Yeah.
Yeah, scourge. Or scourge. I'll put the spelling in. That way. Because my pronunciation sometimes are terrible.
It's good, I think, yeah.
Like, I'm assuming that you're saying algae.
Yeah. Green scourge. Okay, that's one word. Oh no, it's 2 words.
It is 2 words. Or at least it is in the book. I mean, it could be 1 word in real life, who knows?
Yeah. So...
that's what everyone is suffering. And it's mostly growing around the edges of the well, which is why it does not... it's not entering the bucket in large amounts, but unfortunately, not only is the algae toxic, but it also releases the toxins into the water. And it appears everybody's been getting a minor dose of the poison when they drink the water, which is causing them to feel as ill as they are.
Yeah.
So that'll be what what you are just able to discover as the rest of the party do show up. Now, it is a knowledge nature check to work out how to deal with this.
Okay. I'm gonna. So can my craft alchemy assist the people's knowledge nature?
No, it wouldn't be able to, I'm afraid.
Okay, then I will try to assist knowledge nature because I don't know. Well, actually, I have pretty good knowledge nature.
Yeah, you helped me with the plant, so yeah, you do.
Yeah, I have actually really good knowledge nature.
Him and Ping are probably both the best ones to probably do this.
Yeah,
I can tell you who isn't.
Also, Gunter is also going to do knowledge nature because he's also a scientist. Don't judge him.
Knowledge nature.
Yeah.
My God.
Ooh. Okay. Mecha. So, because of your alchemy background skill, you know of 2 things, and which one's... Well, it doesn't matter which one's Gunter and which one's Pigwin, because they've got very similar. But you both would know the alternative method. So the more natural way of dealing with this is the algae will die if it is if the well is completely covered for a week, preventing sunlight from reaching it. This will basically kill it off over the time. The other option is you could go down into the well and scrape it off, but that won't be a permanent fix as it will grow back. Also, you are aware of a alchemy fix to resolve this using chemicals and various things like that, but it will take you a few hours to put the things together for you to be able to cure the well. Basically, you should be able to do it by the end of the day.
First things first, I'm going to try to get in touch with that sheriff and explain this to him. I'm going to go up and knock on the door. Hello, I'm the alchemist that the kingdom said to fix the well. My assistant came in here to question you a bit earlier.
I see. Are they?
I should have sent the other guy. He's not the best at talking.
Everyone has an entourage showing up.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to come with me to talk to the sheriff?
Yeah.
Actually, Matt, question real quick.
Yeah.
With what was mentioned and all, would there be like something potentially like herbally that could be done to sort of like have the well sort of like
This
would I
This
be
will
able
be basically the craft alchemy stuff. What Mecca's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claire would be stepping in as well, very quietly, behind Mecca to clarify anything else that was.
All right then.
He would basically be providing the writ in regards to things, and the notice as well. So.
I mean, that will definitely help prove that you actually are people from the kingdom, rather than just randomers coming in and go, yeah, the Queen sent us. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
no. Yeah, she
And
about
my uncle, the king, just down the road here, disagrees with you. You know, that sort of. So they don't do that sort of thing. So.
Yeah.
She would have the notice as well as other methods of proving who they are.
Yeah, you left with your, hey, look, I'm an official paperwork.
Yeah. Shove it
All
on
right.
the mule.
Mecca, he'll want once you obviously clear up that you are actual people there, he'll be like, all right then, what we're dealing with?
Okay. So, you got kind of have an infestation of poisonous algae. Like this, she holds up like a little glass beak of green gunk. This stuff is growing inside the well, and it's making it poisonous. Like, scraping it out won't really help with the poison. There's two ways to do it: the slow way and the expensive way. Either you just block off all light from getting into the well for a week, and that should kill off the algae, and the well should be fine after it's all flushed out of there. Or, I can whip up counter poison to poison the algae and neutralize the stuff in it. And that should it'll take me a couple hours to whip up enough and some materials, but it should have it drinkable by the end of the day or early next morning.
He goes, well, getting the water is more of an inconvenience at this point, but should we be attacked, it will cut off our only water supply. So it would probably be more prudent to do it the quicker way. That way, if anything should happen, we have drinking water, and we should be able to hold out until forces arrive to assist us.
Okay. At this point, I would have left it to Roderick if he was available, but I'll leave the negotiation of how we're going to go about the expensive way with the rest of the party. I'll just start getting stuff ready.
Yeah, Claire would basically let you out and will.
I was gonna say really dumb solution here. Pingwing knows hydraulic push. So can we just we could do the long and arduous way and just hydraulic push a bunch of water for the town for the week?
Redirect that stream that they would.
Just put it in a tank
it through?
somewhere. You're just gonna.
Out of character, they do have some sort of fortification around this village?
Yes.
Okay.
Being as close as they are to the front and being a gem mine, they do.
Okay.
I'm more kind of just don't know what there is to negotiate.
Actually,
I'm leaving it up to you guys if you want to try to extort this town out of money.
no, I don't.
I don't care. I'm just happy doing alchemy.
Matt, 2 questions.
Yep.
Did I get any pings on things when I came through the town?
Hang on, sorry, say that again?
Did I get any ping of the trait?
No.
Okay. The other thing is, could the Gemnos have put something in the water, technically? or is there just solid stone at the how they're getting it?
Are you asking that question, or are you asking the sheriff that question?
No, I'm not
Hmm.
asking the ship that question. I'm just sort of asking, like, from what I understand of Gemdolls from experience. Could they have?
You wouldn't know that because you don't know the construction of the well.
Okay, she would then turn
And
to the.
a biological attack does not sound Gemnol-ish, though.
Well, it might
And
not be.
there's like a dozen different ways it could have gotten here naturally.
Very possible, but if they, she would ask how the well was constructed. Like, is it a like solid bedrock, or does something the water bleed in from somewhere else?
If the hole was dug, water bleeds in from the surrounding areas and fills up.
Okay, it is like a solid bedrock then, rather than loose stone and other matter.
The sheriff said it was constructed a long time ago. I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact makeup of the whole way down.
Okay. Do you have, perhaps in case this does happen again, have you already started construction of a it's not an aquifer, but a place I forgot the name of it, to store water.
We wouldn't be able to store a significant amount of water, and we've already got the mine and the fields to work. I can't have everybody running backwards and forwards every day to fill up an aqueduct.
No, building one in town, so in case this happens again with the poison, with the algae.
He means that he can't spare the people to do that.
Okay, well, see if you can put in a request towards the military camp. They might be able to, because this has a potential of being an issue that may happen down the way. But they may be able to spare an engineer or two to help with that and with the manpower. I could not say for sure, but it may be something that they could do.
Well, we'll poke them about it and see what they say.
Okay. With that, she's basically going to step back and will probably see what she can about treating some of the folks that still might have any lingering poison.
Oh no, we stopped people drinking out of the water a while ago. We're all using that from the stream at the moment.
Okay.
So no one's currently poisoned. No. You have to make like a herbicide. Whatever you're making.
Oh, God.
They will provide you a workspace, and should you need to have any particular ingredients, they will provide you the ingredients to make it, so you don't have to spend anything out of your own pocket to be able to craft it.
Got it. Claire, do you want to help assist with this?
Yeah.
Do you want to help assist making the antidote?
I doubt I'll be able to, but we'll see.
So what I need is a craft alchemy skill to be able to make.
It'd have to be one of those.
Use
No.
Crafter's Fortune.
Well,
If
the
you
other
don't have
thing
it,
is
tell
because,
Penguin to let
actually
us
because
use
this
it.
is an herbicide, would I be able to use healing?
No.
No.
If you were treating an injury, you would be able to use healing, but because it's because you're using more of an alchemy skill to blend stuff, and you're trying to kill obviously the water as well as the wall, it would be something you require craft alchemy for, I'm afraid.
Okay, then no, I would not be able to assist with that, unfortunately. Okay. Thank you for the offer, but unfortunately, I don't have the requisite skill.
Okay. So should I just go for it?
Go for it.
Yeah? Work yourself out.
21.
Alright. You spend your time toiling away in the sort of makeshift lab that you get given, or I assume you probably travel with one, given that you're an alchemist.
Yeah, I travel with the portable lab, but if they gave me a little room to set up shop in, then I'm happy.
Yeah, they'll be able to give you a room, and you better use your portable stuff. And you're required to fetch a few things. You probably send Claire out to go and fetch maybe the odd particular type of plant that might grow in the vicinity to gather for you. But after the end of most people's workday, you would have enough of your liquid, basically, to be able to treat the well.
So yeah, you see Mecca walking up over to the well, hauling a great big huge distilling jug on her back. Uncorks it, pop, and then starts pouring it into the well.
They're poison in the well. No, sorry.
You know it'll fix poison? More poison!
That's exactly what's happening here. We are technically poisoning the well even more. That's the counter poison.
The poison.
Yeah.
It's the perfect plan.
Yeah.
Ingredients. So, by the morning, you are quite certain that the water should be drinkable.
Yeah, tastes a little like pool water, but it won't kill you.
True, it would taste like pool water for a little while. It'll circle out eventually, but it would taste like pool water, yes.
Yeah.
But with that,
all heading to the next place.
the night is drawing in. You could travel under night to the next place, or you can rest. It is up to you.
Oh, Mecca's definitely gonna west. You guys decide where you're going. If you're gone by morning, Mecca will catch up in 0.
There is a place for you guys that you can stay here.
Yeah, probably to sleep in a cot in my little temporary lab.
So how many hours would it be for forced marching?
You guys would have to, because fair enough, you haven't been doing too much, but you've been going around looking into this. You've been traveling for 5 hours to get to the next place. Technically, and a good amount of that would be under nighttime.
And for guiding and Lucky Break a ride if they want to ride this time around.
Lucky Break just kind of lets them, as the night as they rest, he just kind of.
Okay, so we would need to make one. Let's see, we went for. Let's see.
Maybe 2,
How many hours do it take to get here?
5.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah. So we have to make 2 marches, though only it would be me and guiding that would have to. We could technically shove everyone else on towards Mecca, because he can hold there's 2 small people, and him and Penguin, so that would be enough to.
You would be able to get Penguin or 2 small people. You're not going to be able to squeeze that many people on Mecca without people starting to fall off.
Oh,
Got it.
I could shove the 2 of them. I can hold Roderick and the other without issue. So it's just me. It would be me and guiding, if you're willing to do the march over there.
I don't think guiding would be up for that. Let's see, that's a fortitude save, right?
Yeah.
10 and then a 12.
Yeah, I'm sorry for wasting a 20, but Mecca accompanies Lucky Break on the imaginary violin and just rocks out.
Are you guys performing for the town? Okay.
It is more as this is when they're resting. Lucky
Yeah.
Break's not really a public performer into himself.
Yay, I have a spell.
So what exactly are we doing now? Are we going on or are we not going on?
Well, as I said, like, Claire would be interested in making the march as long as we could for matters until basically you started flagging. Because I can auto pass the first 2 saves. Because I have endurance and all.
Okay. Well, I don't.
So it'd be until you started flagging.
It does mean that you'll be force marching and you'll probably arrive in the next place somewhere around probably midnight-ish. And you'll be traveling in the dark.
Well, I do have the lantern, so...
I know,
What's
So
the advantage of this instead of waiting for the next day?
We're there, and we can rest and basically get enough to start the thing instead of spending the time for things to go awry.
I
Yeah, that
mean,
makes sense.
it doesn't make that much sense to me. Because
Like,
it sounds like we're using the exact same amount of time, just making dice.
we would be wasting about 5 or 6 hours. Like, basically, we'd be getting there, and basically, where we wouldn't be able to do anything at the midnight, we'd be in the morning and all, like, at the place to start going. Like,
I'm fine either way. I'm not just gonna be the one walking.
yeah, it comes down to what guiding would want to do here, because
Would it make sense to wait here and check in the morning whether the well is actually drinkable?
It should be, scientifically
trust-
speaking.
well, I trust Mecca's performance work.
It's about one area where you can trust Mecca.
Over this last year of getting to know Mecca as a person, I can say that they're fairly accurate and adequate at what they do.
the only other thing is you have a guaranteed bed sleeping here. You don't have a guaranteed bed sleeping in the other place. That's about the only other thing, big difference.
I mean, I do have my traveling equipment, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everyone has the suitable stuff for traveling because you knew you were going out. So
Yes.
It's summer now, right? Or end of spring.
End of spring. It's the end of the first month.
end of first month in spring. So yeah, so you're halfway through spring. So it has rained on and off, but you're not scheduled for rain currently.
That's good because I don't have a tent. I mean, I'm happy to go if it makes sense. I'm not quite sure it does though. So I do see that we don't. I mean, we would start basically at 8 in the morning instead of arriving there around 11ish. So it's a couple of hours that we save.
What is the next task again?
The
Finding
bank
a
robbery.
Yeah, bank robbery.
I have a question about that. Was the intention that we do them both, or was the intention of making one, then going back, then taking the other one?
He just wanted both problems to disappear.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if it makes sense to everybody else, I don't mind going. I'm not quite sure I can actually go through with that, but you know.
As I said, if as I said, you flag, that's fine.
I can roll for it.
Yep. As
Yeah,
I said,
well, everyone, so everyone does need to roll for the 2 hours force marching, even those on horseback, because you still have to stay awake to not fall off. So there is still a requirement for the force march. If you do, then obviously you just become fatigued, And I mean, you're going to be resting at the other end anyway, so you'll be sleeping it off. But that's the only downside there.
Yeah, that's the other reason I didn't want to force march, because it doesn't matter whether you're riding something or not. You still have to make the check.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just you ride something and you're fine. That's
All
why
right.
I didn't start.
Everyone, roll the 1 hour extra force march then.
Alright.
That's fortitude, right?
It
Yeah.
is a fortitude.
Failed. Woo.
Just roll the 1, so I can split it out so it's easier.
Oh no.
Because most of the party, Chris, is not good at fortitude saves. You're literally the only one.
I'm fairly decent at fortitude saves, but if I roll a 3, then
Oh my god!
That's you failed to understand the party composition, Chris.
I failed to remember that I have detect poison as a cantrip.
well, that wouldn't have helped.
I mean, you would have gone to it. Yeah, poison.
Well, it does tell you the exact type of poison and stuff with a DC
That would have
20
been a
wisdom
27.
check, or a character
Okay.
with the craft alchemy skill may try a DC 20 craft alchemy check if the wisdom check fails, which would have been helpful.
Oh well.
Oh boy.
I thought it was a.
Well,
Yes, you are dead.
well, that for next
Oh no,
time.
you can determine. Yeah, that's right.
Useful then.
It's a
Alright.
good cantrip.
And it is a cantrip for most, except for paladin, rangers, and anti-paladins.
Hybrid. Yeah.
Stupid.
All right, everybody who you are fatigued and
Everybody was there.
Mecca is fine as well.
I rolled a 1d5, not a 1d6. There we go. There you go.
No, I like the 1d5 better.
Oh well, you've just suffered some non-lethal damage from being forced to march. I mean, all of you can complain at Claire for this.
I will do so happily and with indulgence.
Everything is terrible. Why did you make us do this? I haven't walked this much in a year.
My wings are tired.
I don't ever use my wings. Like,
Yeah, Lucky Break has saddle sores, which is not a new sensation, but usually he gets it in a different scenario.
the entire time it's Penguin going, can we stop? Please. Please. Like,
Lucky Brick would say this was.
Just want to check everyone did roll right. If Claire's mean, I need the hour 2 roll.
No, Claire would stop at when everyone was doing this and say, "Okay, there's a cream for that. There's a cream for that. For Mecha and for Penguin and for guiding."
Mecha's
Keep
fine.
Or the
Ish.
other two, yeah. There's a cream for that, and would fish both of those out, because one thing I did look up is that you can use the heal skill to heal non-lethal.
Yep. So I just need the 4 non-heal checks for the non-lethal.
Can I assist with heal?
Oh, if you want to. Well, definitely. I don't need to worry about the roll, but go for it if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to assist for heal, because...
Is the higher you get, the more you heal? Holy cow!
Nope. No, maybe. Mecha has a. Claire would smile at Mecha's knowledge about being very, very helpful, and would nod approvingly.
Wow.
She's
Mecha is
very
like-
good at assisting.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically, she
And-
tends to their wounds and is like, let's keep going.
Mecha has come a long way in the last year. Like,
Yeah.
the first day you met her, she licked the toilet, so...
Would say, Lucky Brick would say, I appreciate you treating us, but I do not think that this is I do not think that this is fair to everybody just to keep marching like this for no reason.
You also, with the treatment, you guys would have the fatigue removed as well.
Come on, it's only 1 hour, and then we'll be there.
You'll be in a bed, hell or high water.
Probably hell.
Lucky Break would say, it just seems kind of frivolous that we force marched like this for us to just go to sleep when we get there, instead of sleeping when we were there and then marching.
I understand, and I am sorry, but the sooner we get there, the sooner we can deal with this, and you can sleep in a nice bed, and I will get you one. Even if I have to.
Lucky. It's like, I guess it doesn't matter now. All I'm just saying is that we're basically wasting the time that we were wasting.
Gunter,
I'm not
Gunter,
gonna
who's been
sleep.
riding on Pingwing the entire time, looks absolutely exhausted.
Oh. Right. If I do require the marching check,
18.
it's to see if people take more damage.
Lucky Break's player is also agreeing with Lucky Break that this was kind of frivolous.
Yeah, I agree with
So
my
what?
player. Or my character.
Not saving any time. We're just gonna go to sleep when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So all of it was Claire pointlessly making everybody go do something.
I need 2 more checks.
There it is.
A Claire and a Lucky.
I'm having Gunter willingly fail his out of being melodramatic.
Fair enough. Hey, your hoofsies aren't too tired, Lucky. But
Claire has more stuff prepared, so that'll be 8 for the roll.
I'm just gonna roll the damage because I can. No, take it off. That was Mecha who was the only person who failed, I think.
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to read the description of the town because it's dark and you can't see most of it.
Mm-hmm.
All I tell you is it is a small village built around the top of a secluded hill.
Claire's going to enter, going to get them brooms, and is going to pay for those rooms because they did put up with the marching. They did do what she asked, and while they did complain a little bit, they were troopers.
The inn there does seem to be closed when you arrive.
Well, Claire is going to pretty much get the innkeeper's attention, one way or the other.
How do you plan to get his attention?
Let's see. He has given her probably a very heavy knock on the door, the way Claire has with her.
So you pounded on the door until somebody answered.
Yes. Well, basically, pounding once, if not then is going to go to where the innkeeper's room would be, towards the back or whatever, and get their attention that way.
Well, you wouldn't know which room is the innkeeper's room. That would be the only downside here.
Well, she has a 120-foot lantern she can shine through the windows.
I mean, unless you plan to start flying, then you'll be a bit issues. It's 2 stories. It's probably one of the only brick-built ones around here. Oh no, most of them are. Okay. So it is brick-built. Oh, stone-built, sorry. That would be the more correct answer.
Let me see the cost. What's the cost of a door?
I don't know. That has not come up ever before. I would have thought a sturdy door would probably cost you about a gold or 2.
Hang on. Before you break down stuff. Oh god. How difficult is the lock looking? Is it locked?
Yes.
So there is a lock that you can technically pick, correct?
There's definitely something you could do to try and remove whatever's locking it.
Alright, I'm gonna summon my guides and I'm gonna tell them to open the door.
can you summon him on the inside? Or do they have to like, go
Right.
under?
It has to be within range. I'm not quite sure about. I mean,
you
I would
can
summon
see
them
it.
on the outside and would tell them to open the door.
Well, you could do that actually, because as long as you can see in.
I mean, there are windows. You can see in. I was just trying to
Okay.
work out.
Then that would work, yeah. Within 30 feet, I don't think it is.
I don't know. Does some things require line of sight? I was just wondering if that one did.
Let me see. There we go.
I mean, they might be very angry if you summon them inside a wall, but
That is. It doesn't say.
Anywhere within 30 feet.
all right. Just never summon them inside a wall. They might be angry the next time you summon them.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna summon them inside and I'm gonna tell them to open the door.
How long they're around for 3 rounds, isn't it?
Yes. That's 18 seconds.
18 seconds. You better kind of see they're in there. They look around. They jabber to each other a little bit. They wave and point, and they disappear.
Summon them again.
They then go over towards where the door is. They clearly do something, and you guys hear noises from the outside. And then the light of them disappears.
Claire's gonna go to open the door.
Is it open?
You push on it. You feel it's loosened, but not fully.
I summon them again.
You hear a clonk noise, and one of them gives you gives you a quick thumbs up, and then disappears.
I try to give a thumbs up and remember that I don't have any thumbs.
Okay. Claire opens the door, ushers them in, and goes to close the door back once they're in.
The door itself looks like it's basically it's not a lock. It's somebody puts a bar in front of the door.
Yeah, well, she'd put it back and
Have they hacked it through, or
I would assume they would have probably attempted to move it off rather than break their way through.
well, they would have attempted to steal the entire door, but
I mean,
it's in
they might have run off with the block. Then that's probably about as much as they would have run off with. They can,
It's fine.
but you're inside. It's a dark, basically bar room at this point.
Yeah, Claire is going to go to where the people are, and will rap on the door.
Monkey Break didn't go inside.
You would have the door open relatively, and Pony brandishing a what looks like a club, and with a very with some candlelight, which is just sort of illuminating through, and he sort of stares at you a little bit bewildered, assuming that you're heavily armored.
I'm carrying my companions from the sent from the Queen's camp are seeking lodging for the night.
He sort of blinks at you, taking the whole thing in, and goes,
She'll show the warrant as in regards to the matter of thing.
"You go about breaking into people's houses nowadays?"
No,
Yeah, Lucky Break
we've
did.
been marching 10 hours. They need some place to rest.
Lucky Breakwood did not go inside, and probably won't go inside.
He
He's
sort of,
not one randomly, wantonly breaking the law and then using the as an excuse.
he seems a bit angry. It's you waking him up, breaking into his home, and off you go. "Well, we walked. We deserve beds." He tells you angrily that this is very out of sorts, and he wants to know who you report to, as he will be making a complaint.
That's fine. She'd say she reports to the Queen herself. We're trying to deal with the robberies here.
I'm sure you report to some sort of officer here. Who is it?
She shows the... Again, like I just told you, we marched 10 hours to get here. After
That's
fixing
not
it.
relevant.
Then I'll write a letter to the Queen herself.
Thank you. Now,
He will. He sort of pushes, sort of a little bit annoyed past you. I mean, it doesn't really make much difference to you. But he just sort of thrusts a hoof into a room. Bed's in there. We'll sort everything out in the morning.
she'd pay the double the rate, whatever for the inconvenience and matters. So, and basically would be getting them to enter with the matter of things.
I mean, he won't talk money at this point because he just shows you where.
No, basically she would be
goes.
in the morning paying double the rate. So whatever he says was the thing, she would pay him twice.
At that, he will just basically head back to bed.
Yeah, she'd
After
get them
he
in
thrusts
with
the
the
hoop
key.
where you can stay.
She'd get the matter of them inside. We have the room. Go sleep, and would get them in for matters, but basically close the thing back up.
I'm not sure whether Lucky Break went with us.
He did not go inside with you as you did that.
Sat outside grumpy.
He was no. He just randomly break the law for just for the sake of convenience.
The door mysteriously opened. I didn't touch it.
Like Lucky Break is true neutral, probably closer to lawful neutral, but he'll be making decisions that will. But due to his decision making, he'll make decisions that aren't necessarily aligned with the law. So he's true neutral.
All
in
right.
regards to things, but
Who is making use of the beds?
breaking laws at random is kind of
Yeah, I'll be sleeping.
sign of that.
Yeah, that's fine. Penguin, are you going to sleep in a bed?
Did we break into somebody's house to get into this bed?
Yeah.
Well, you broke into his house, asked him if you could sleep in here. He showed you a bedroom to sleep in, and then went back to bed and said we'll work it out in the morning.
I mean, so long as he's okay with it.
I mean that's as much as the conversation what was had. He obviously wanted to know who you report to make a complaint. He was told the Queen, so he's going to send a letter to the Queen.
What bar closes before midnight?
One doesn't have many people.
Sure, like, so long as he's okay with it.
Lucky
Yeah,
Break
I was going to use the place as well.
Lucky.
would stay there. Once things are sorted away, he would stay there, but he wasn't going to take part in breaking in.
Okay.
Now that we have permission, which we could only have gotten by breaking in.
I mean, if you stand there and kept hammering on the door for long enough, he would wake up. But you knocked once, nothing happened. So you
guys literally just chose to knock one time. You guys did the equivalent of asking your mom for permission to have a cookie, and then breaking the cookie jar, and then
We
getting
didn't
it.
break anything. That's the thing. We didn't break anything. We
Well,
opened the door.
It was a figure of speech. Like you asked once and then did it, and then took the extreme option, and then took the nuclear option.
Guiding was tired.
Yeah, basically. People were tired, so Claire made sure to get them the most expedient way possible.
Alright, you guys were basically shown a common room. It's basically, you don't have individual rooms, it's just a large area where there's beds and you can sleep in.
Yeah. Claire would let them have any of the beds before taking one if there was an extra.
This one's designed, it looks like it's just literally a load of empty area with just beds in. So there's plenty for everybody.
Are there
Okay.
other people sleeping here?
And I got to double check the tavern. Check what's going on. No, there isn't currently.
Actually, Lucky Break probably would probably actually. I'm deciding whether Lucky Break would sleep in the bed or not, because he doesn't really want to be associated with them, because they associate, especially if he's going to lodge a complaint, can hurt his own credibility.
Well, Claire is the only person who's talking to him, so a lot of his complaints probably will be Claire, as she was the one with documentation, and he's assuming you're soldiers, so you complain about whoever's in charge. So generally, who it is, how it goes.
All right. If that's the case, it will be fine. He'll sleep in the building. Yeah, so he will sleep in there.
It doesn't seem right.
No, out of character though. I didn't say the thing about the double in character. I was saying the matter of just like I was saying when he gives the normal rates for whatever he was paying for.
Oh yeah, I'm just working at Rachel B, and I was just looking at the price, and I'm like, I'm sure it's the type of room he's giving you would be cheaper than 2 silver a night. Because
I
it's
thought the normal rate is 5 silver a night.
Yeah, that's a common one, which basically, as it states in what the description of common is, would be accommodation accustomed to a place on a raised, heated floor and use of blankets and pillows. I mean, you wouldn't have a heated floor and stuff, and things where you get small private rooms. Okay, so it must be 5 silver then. All right, so it'll be 5 silver each. 5.
Okay, so it'd be 6 gold to pay him in the morning.
Oh yeah, because technically Roderick's here, even though he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he anyway?
That is a good question.
Tuesday, Ted has been having issues with how the quarantine has been, so I was assuming he would have things.
Okay.
Because he doesn't live by himself and how things work.
All right.
Quarantine related.
So you guys stay in your rooms, and in the morning, you have a slightly less annoyed, but still annoyed innkeeper who would be a little bit short with at least Claire anyway.
Yeah, Claire would come down basically, and just first things first, basically apologize for the lateness of things, but then would basically ask the rates and all to properly pay him on matters.
He'll give you the charge of it, which is 5 silver per person.
Yeah, he would pay the 6 gold.
I mean, he'll take the money because no one will say no. But once that's done, I mean, you guys do get a very mediocre breakfast. But otherwise, after that, you are free to explore the town. And I'll read you the description because it's now light. So, as I said, Emerald Peak is a small village built around the top of a spectacularly green hill. As you approach more closely, you can see that the green is caused by a vibrant species of grass that grows in this one area, and for some reason has never spread further. The village itself looks like again. The village itself looks like it's seen better days. A few buildings stand empty and abandoned. Probably can see now why he closed early. Ooh, rolling. So, you guys are free to explore, go find people, cause more havoc, anger more of the population.
Okay.
Let's hope not.
You know, the things what adventurers do.
Claire is going to head to the bank where the matter of things was.
Lucky Brick would go there again. Would go to the bank with her. Yeah.
Doc, this is the place where we are supposed to investigate the bank robbery.
Aha. Okay. Cool.
Alright. The bank itself is a simple affair with strong-looking stone walls.
How big is this?
I couldn't give you exact size, but it is a. It's not a massive building, but it is a suitable sized one.
Oh no, I don't mean the bank. I mean the town. You said.
It's a small village.
Oh, okay. So a couple of houses with a bank because it's central, or.
Yeah, this is probably where a lot of people take the gems ready to take it elsewhere.
I see.
Yeah. It does look like the town's been in a little bit of bad times with a number of buildings closing up and stuff like that. It seems that when you head in, there are some individuals about. They seem to be trying to run business as normal as best you can.
Claire would very simply approach and ask to speak to the manager, as she shows the matter of the documentation as well.
Sorry.
The Earthbound pony you speak to goes, oh yeah, just wait here 1 second. I'll just go and get my dad. And he goes off, and we'll come back with a similar coloration, Earthbound, who looks middle-aged, and he will introduce himself as Careful Bean. He goes, I'm Careful Bean. I'm the bank manager here.
Bean or Deed?
Bean.
Bean.
B-E-N.
As in-
Bean counter.
Casually wonders if this is a euphemism for counting beans or something.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you said Bean or Dean at first, but gotcha.
Lucky say, hello, good.
Hello there.
We heard about we were sent here by the general to investigate.
Shadow.
Yeah, General Moon Shadow. Lucky Rick would use the name. To investigate the bank robbery you experienced. Actually, Lucky Brick, I just realized Lucky Brick is short. He probably wouldn't be able to get up. He probably wouldn't be noticed right away.
Yeah,
Well,
Claire
no,
would probably have to just pick him up and probably put him on her back so he could be seen.
Oh no, I mean the manager would have come out and be walked around to talk to you rather than standing behind the desk.
Oh, okay, then yes. Never mind.
Oh,
Are there any cashiers here?
Just me and my son.
Oh no, that was out of character. Sorry.
Just the two.
All right. Guiding will have a look around and then basically walk off and start chatting with the son, unless there are clients.
No, I mean, he seems relatively quiet given the place they're in. It's hard to have business when your bank's just been robbed.
Yeah, she's just gonna have a general chat with him about how the business going, what's happened in the past couple of weeks, how life is here, why does the place look so rundown, that kind of stuff.
I'll fill you in with those little bits in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the bank manager will say to you, they live in the house next to the bank. They had no idea. He says they had no idea anything was unusual was happening until they opened up for business in the morning, and that's when they discovered that a tunnel had been dug through into the vault, and all the jewels stored within had been stolen.
Is the tunnel still Is the tunnel there, or had it been sealed?
It's still there. We're just simple townsfolk.
No, that's fine.
No one's gone to investigate where it's gone or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. Have you had any particular sightings or any issues this close to the front of, like, gemnals or anything like that, or unusual people that had arrived in town?
Not that I'm aware of.
He's gonna nod and look to Lucky. She's gonna nod and look to Lucky, and if he has any questions.
Lucky Break is it possible that we could see the tunnel?
Yeah, sure. I will lead you down there now. And I'm just going to look at the information for about why there's so less people. 1 second.
How are the two of them sort of seeming in regards to things?
I mean, relieved is probably the best way to describe you being there.
Okay. Yeah. Heavily armed pony in your bank. Relieved. Okay. And this is why I wanted to make the time on things is, well, as I said, that we have a better chance to catch up to the person in question.
Honestly, we didn't save any time. Because we basically came here, went to bed, and
Yeah, but we would normally still be traveling at this point rather than.
With the businesses guiding, with the front being relatively close to where they are, it has driven a number of ponies away, and so they're in a more central location where people bring in the gems, and soldiers do come along and take the gems away, and that sort of. Most other people have basically just left out of worry and stuff like that, and that's why there's a number of abandoned buildings and that sort of thing. That is the main reason what's going on.
What's with the weird patch of grass?
Just how the grass is around here. It's always been that way. I mean, everyone always says the grass is always greener, and well, our grass is always greener.
I've never said that in my life.
Lucky Roosters, I've said it before.
Yeah. Grass is always greener on the other side of the hill. I mean, ours is always the greenest.
He thinks a little bit. That's a strange saying, because technically a shade of green depends on the amount of light that actually... And he starts going on to this whole, like...
he then goes, well, I mean, you can look outside and see the difference in our grass.
Thinks, well, and then he looks outside. Well, if you really think about it, Grass really isn't green to begin with. It's just reflecting the color green. It's technically every color but green. He starts thinking, light is weird.
After that, you guys are led to the vault by Kevin. The vault is small, and the walls are well built of solid stone. The room is empty, and Careful Being explains that they moved the remaining valuables out when they discovered the theft. A mess on the eastern wall shows where the robbers must have broken in. There is dirt on the floor, and a tunnel has been cut through the stonework on the wall.
All right. So it's a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
That's a hole under the ground, to the ground.
Yeah. The vault is underground.
Oh, the vault's underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky Break is going to look at the hole itself.
Before they do, what kind of prints are in the dirt?
You're not able to tell. It seems that the dirt is not been fine enough to give you a direct impression. You can tell there's been movement around here. I think there is. Roll me survival. Is it here?
Not rolling above a 10 at the moment. She would ask Mecha as well, because I believe Mecha did have survival as well to look.
Oh yeah, I have survival.
No, you're not finding anything other than there is clear indications of disturbance and stuff like that.
Well, how about Mecha?
All you'll be able to work out is you believe they're humanoid.
Ooh, humanoids.
That would be Gemnol, potentially.
Could be potentially Gemnol.
Is there an actual tunnel?
Yes. You could go into the tunnel and follow it if you
Lucky, did the Gemnol that escaped, did he leave a tunnel?
It fills back in.
So why is there a tunnel?
Lucky Break will say, that is why I don't think that... He's going to investigate the tunnel itself. Lucky Break is moderately familiar with Gemnols, so... due to his history. Would I be able to recognize a Gemnol's hole or any details that would be different between this one and that one? Or would I roll for that?
No, there wouldn't be anything that would be able to tell you if it was made by Gemnols or anything, or another species or somebody with just equipment, I'm afraid.
It's a good thought.
Lucky Break will say, that's why I have my doubts that this is Gemnols, because they fill their holes as they go.
Okay. Are
Welcome,
we ready to
Roderick.
venture in then?
It's possible that it could be a sloppier Gemnol.
I mean, they can make. You do know that they can make bigger tunnels that don't collapse after themselves, but it normally takes them longer to do so. When they're trying to escape, they make sloppy ones which will collapse in.
Yeah, so this would make it...
Much as you know.
He's like, so this is kind of confusing as to that, because they would be trying to escape quickly.
How difficult would it be for Gemnol to transport like large amounts of gems and stuff if they just have a collapsible tunnel?
With if they were like traveling with a sack of stuff, that would make it quite difficult, as they would have to drag it through the mud.
Maybe that's the reason.
Maybe.
Okay.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
You missed a prime spot for extorting money out of people. I left it open for you, but you weren't here.
Yep.
Yeah, but no one else is a criminal. Except for Claire.
Well, technically.
A little bit of breaking and entering.
Actually, technically, it was Guiding Light who was.
No,
I'm just-
Guiding light did not touch that door.
There's technically no visible person that actually did it. When you think about it, there's no one that actually did. Not of this world, anyhow. Oh,
Elemental.
Roger knew you could get into so much trouble and be completely scot-free.
I mean, I would have a feeling they would have special cases where, oh no, my summoned creature did it. It's not my fault. You'll probably still be locked up for that.
Hey, we just wanted to get a room. But yeah, that's Guiding's argument. She did not touch that door.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Are you anyone going into the tunnel to follow it?
Clarius, once that looks at once effective, he mentioned that it's atypical. Claire would go light the lamp and all that she has and be heading in.
Yeah,
Alright.
Lucky Break can go into the hole too, because he's curious.
So the vault. You can see where the vault wall has been broken open. As you go into, you can see picks and axes that have been abandoned just on the inside of the tunnel. Probably what was used to break through the stone.
That's atypical for Geminols too.
That is very atypical.
Geminols cannot burrow through stone.
Well, yes and no, but yeah, you're right there.
Yeah.
They can do it technically, but they need a feat.
Yeah. Okay. It's not normal for them to burrow through.
No,
through
it takes a very, very strong knoll to do so.
Then you follow the tunnel at about 30 feet, and then the ground becomes a lot more softer, and it appears here is where the tunnel has collapsed in on itself.
Okay, sorry about that.
Hey, no problem.
Lucky Break will. It's like they would use these if they need to break through stone, so it's not too atypical, but it is weird. It is kind of weird.
But 30 foot down the tunnel, the ground becomes very soft, and this is the point where the tunnel has collapsed in on itself. So it does end in a kind of a dead end. But see, heading in a straight line from a direct.
Okay, from the hill, like if we were to use like geography, like how much further would it be to like the surface?
It's nice dungeoneering actually to work out how deep you are and stuff.
Damn. Do not have that. I just have geography.
Lucky Break should not have dungeoneering if I chose my skills correct.
Oh, what knowledge is needed?
Dungeoneering.
Ha-ha! Who has that? Gunter has that. Nope. Yeah, I mean, Gunter does have it. Penguin also have it. He does, yay!
Lucky Break has it, but can't roll it because I did not put points. Like, I knew he would have it.
Alright.
Due to his Bard archetype, he does not gain. He did lose that knowledge ability.
Knowledge, engineering, or geography, sorry. Would for Mr. Gunter be this too? I'm just having them both roll because why not? So Pingwing, and then
Okay. You would know that you're not that deep. The ground is probably only about 15-20 feet up, depending obviously the thickness of the soil where you roughly are. So if if you were, you'd be no deeper than what people's basements would be, basically, or just underneath their houses.
The other question I have is, like, would this be, like, why would it start here rather than closer if he had to, like...
Well, the ground here is softer, so where the rest of it, the 30 feet towards the vault itself is a lot more stronger, firmer soil, and it doesn't collapse or it doesn't move as easily. Where this is a lot softer and malleable, and why it has collapsed.
Is this outside the town where we are now?
No, you've only gone 30 feet. You're not that far away from the vault itself. You're literally 30 feet away from it.
Okay. So the question is, did he go into... Claire will look to Gunter and Penguin. Like, could you tell where this came out on the hill? If this were a straight line?
And he nods. I could certainly try, and he goes that way.
Okay, let us explain to the bank manager then.
They're waiting for you in the vault, basically.
Yeah. Claire would step out and say, it looks to the view of things, it looks like a gem knoll was after the... It was just the gems that were taken in the vault, yes?
I've got the quarter statement. He goes, based on my calculations of what's been missing, there's about 750 gold's worth of... oh wait, no. I nearly said the wrong amount. There's about 4,500 gold's worth of gems that are stolen.
Just gems. So it was a knoll that was after this.
Well, we mostly store the gems from the surrounding areas here, so most of our infantry is gems.
Okay. Were there any unusual paraphernalia left behind in the vault?
No, nothing left in the vault.
Okay. Are there any basements that you can recall nearby that are any houses that might have nearby a basement or other matter that's on level with this?
Wouldn't know construction of everybody's home around here. I'm sorry to say, but I mean there are a number of abandoned buildings nearby.
Could you direct us to a few of them, please?
I mean, just go up top and look for the ones with the boarded windows.
Okay, thank you.
If only I could roll knowledge local to know.
Well, I guess with that, we need to see about the abandoned houses that were nearby see if our knoll has decided to hide in one of them.
All right. So, I mean, you do have a few abandoned buildings. As I mentioned, there is a number of them. Is there any particular one you want to visit?
The one that's nearest to the direction the hole was being dug from.
Awesome. So, you go to where obviously the hole was, and you sort of a straight path.
Yeah, what's nearest to there? Because I figure the knoll's probably going to take the least amount of effort to do this, and probably could leapfrog from like hole to hole technically if it wanted to. But the abandoned houses would let it rest while it's trying to get to the...
Oh, did you guys do anything with the mining equipment? Just left it there, did you?
we would.
Lucky Break's gonna look at the mining equipment, actually.
Roll me perception.
Yeah, I can do that.
Does it have bite marks?
Mm,
You're laughing, but you're not the pony that has to handle. Stuff
yeah,
like that.
that's the particular details Lucky Breaks are looking.
Yeah.
Welcome back, by the way.
Bye bye.
Looking at the weapon or the axes and the pickaxes, you will notice that there's a maker's mark. And it appears that these type of crafting have been made for ponies.
Lucky Break will say, yes. Lucky Break will draw before everybody leaves. Lucky Break will say, "Hold on a second."
Okay, Claire would pause and listen as she goes to.
He's like, "These are pony make."
Okay. Well,
He points
take
up
them with
the
us.
crafters. He points up the crafters thing.
Well, if anyone's got local, probably that would be the thing to find out about it.
Roll knowledge local.
Yeah,
Knowledge local. You
but
said,
Claire
hey.
will. Yep, Claire will take the
They'll
item.
be
off.
Oh
rather
my god. The dice are not in my favor today. The 11 was not bad, but
No,
well-
they've not been with mine either. So
no, my perform check was earlier was pretty decent. So.
Penguin's
is that everybody?
I don't have that, so I can't make the check technically. So
Nope, my perform earlier was an 11, so 11 is the highest I've got.
Okay, so
Pingwing's a know-it-all. He's not assisting anybody. He's just.
yeah, I know. And Penguin, obviously you must have come here at one point in the past for whatever bizarre reason. So you, for some bizarre miracle, almost like you were a local, you recall so you recognise it as being one of the blacksmiths that was in this area.
And he blinks. Oh, that's just the blacksmith. The thing. And he kind of nods.
Lucky Break will say, interesting. So there's a couple of different ways that it could be done. They could have been stolen.
Wasn't there a gem mine that was captured by the Norse?
That was some distance away from here.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a little odd.
no, but it is something to worth check out. It's like, do you wish to then check out the blacksmith first then?
And Lucky Break will say, very likely.
Okay.
It's like, there's a couple things. He's like, I have a couple theories. Some are more logical than others.
I mean, we can just have a look at the building while we're here. We don't have to walk around and then walk around some more. And there might be hints in the other building that, might help us.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay. Before they go, it's like, before the robbery, were there any people in particular that were going that you knew that were leaving the area?
No one that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. So, how are you guys going about finding where this blacksmith is?
Are there any guards?
Well,
Would be the quickest way to doing that.
I mean, there will be guardsmen around the town, yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
Penguin could
ask
just
them.
take him to there if he has weird recollecting knowledge about where the blacksmith is.
You would recognize the mark. I'm not going to let you remember where the shop was.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, if you rolled 30, I might have let you remember where the shop was.
I'm gonna ask
Gunter
the.
assist.
No.
Dang it.
I'm gonna ask the cashier that I was talking to, the son, essentially.
Okay. As you ask him as you head now, he goes, "Oh yeah, that was they're on the There you go. Oh yeah, that's just outside the village to the east.
Just outside.
The tunnel headed towards the east.
Well, that's pretty damning.
Let's have a look at the building first, and then we can head further out. Who knows what we're going to find there? Might be helpful.
Okay.
You guys head towards the tunnel. No, not tunnel. Blacksmith. There we go. Words.
Yeah.
I kind of want the sudden Batman as you appear at the as you appear at the blacksmith's.
Scene transitions. Saving
Yeah.
money.
So we won't have a look at the other building first?
I
Do
think
you-
I
Go-
think we should be looking to the blacksmith here because there's
Okay.
a bit of correlating evidence.
Okay.
If the blacksmith isn't immediately panning out, then we can we can go back in. But there's enough of it for him being outside the village here is. I think looking at the thing was the right idea. So we can always come back because like the knoll's not likely to go very far, not in the daytime.
So it's going to be you get to the blacksmith. It is very clearly looks like it's been closed up. There's boards over the windows and that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, let us investigate in as she's going to go to
Okay.
pry the. She has a crowbar and all, so she can pry the things to look inside the place. If it's-
Is gonna go in as well.
You go to place your crowbar in to break it open, and the door swings open. It appears somebody has already broken the door.
I did, yes.
Okay.
I got it on my sheet.
Lucky Rick snoops inside. Being small, he's able to squeeze past Claire pretty easily.
Yeah, he can just walk between her legs.
Oh my!
I didn't want to comment on that one.
You said it, not me.
Anyway, so the fact that the door just swings open just as you put the crowbar in, and you're able to gain access very easily.
Lucky Break begins snooping around. He starts to look for any telltale signs of things.
What? Go ahead, sorry.
No, Karen, what were you about to ask?
Claire's gonna look for tracks leaving the place, like in a hurry.
Cool. Okay, you can roll me your survival, and I will tell Lucky what he finds. So, just a generic looking around the place. It definitely looks like it's been lived in recently. There's signs that. Excuse me. There is signs that there's been disturbances and that sort of thing, and you will find that there's been a hole made into the floor, and it looks like something has basically dug into the hole.
Lucky Break sees the hole and he's gonna look at it as well.
It has collapsed, so you can't get into it.
Guiding's gonna have a look inside the blacksmith as well.
Okay.
He's gonna take a look. He's gonna then take a peek at the door itself. Was the door broken already, or was it just unlocked?
The door was broken. Like somebody's busted the lock.
Interesting.
Claire, I'm afraid you do not find any tracks with that roll.
Yeah, I know. I've rolled the highest I've rolled has been a 5 this session.
Not looking good for you.
This said Mecca's been on fire though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can always get Mecha to look at the tracks if you can.
That's what I did in character.
So, yeah, Mecha looked at the tracks, and I got the 20.
Yep. So, needs track looking at this location.
Okay, I will get the tracks looking at this location. 25.
Oh my god.
Mecha is surprisingly skilled individual.
Clearly, being pregnant is helping. Let's go with that. If only she knew it. So, you are able to find that there are tracks. With your 25 here, and these ones looking fresher, looking at them, they appear to be, from what you guess, null, and they are heading northeast away from the village. There also appears to be traces left. There seems to be trace. They seem to have left traces of red clay inside the shop, where you think they may have removed whatever boots they were wearing, and you can also see signs of it just on the outside. It's unusual because there's no red clay at all in this area. There's literally greenery everywhere, and even in the soil there was no red clay.
Penguin, do you want to roll another knowledge local? Know if there's any or geography? Anyone roll local or geography to tell where red clay would be found?
It would be geography, not local.
Yeah, sorry. Can't help with that then.
Were there any tools left inside the blacksmith?
There are some old tools discarded in the workshop, but that's it.
And this is assistance from Gunter. No, he doesn't help.
He failed.
So we've got
23.
223. Alright, so the pair of you will be able to identify areas of red clay that suggest the generals have actually come. So there are places in the vicinity that would indicate that's probably where they're heading, and given the fact that the tracks mean they're heading east, strongly adds to this.
Okay, well, if we can if we're ready to depart.
Yep, pretty much.
Hmm.
Nothing too interesting inside the blacksmith. What about Lucky?
Yeah, Lucky Break will. What do I want Lucky Break to do?
So
Actually, Lucky Break does have knowledge nature. I put a rank in it.
oh well, not needed at the moment, but good thing to remember. When was it, Rob?
You said that there were boots that were discarded?
Well, no. You assume that there was the red clay was found where somebody may have discarded, where may have put boots when they took them.
Lucky's gonna look for any other. Is gonna look around for other evidence besides just the clay.
Okay. You can roll perception, unless you want to use any other skill.
Let's see. Perception is what I've got right now. My perception is pretty okay. Hey, hey, dice rolls.
The only thing you come up is again more signs of this red clay. You haven't found any other additional things. You just double check. No, the only sort of thing what seems to be of great interest is the red clay itself.
That's unfortunate.
So moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucky Break will be like, well, like, okay, yeah, let's move on. Curiouser.
All right, you're on the hunt. So, you guys are able to follow the tracks. Alright, so you guys have, this will be just the start your travel basically. So I'm going to need every 2 hours you find require another survival check. I'm not going to tell you how long you need to survive them for before things start happening. So don't make any rolls yet. I'll prompt you when you need to do it.
Okay.
You will need to work out who your primary tracker will be, which I'm going to assume will be Mecha, and people can assist Mecha. Up to 2 people can assist her.
Yeah, Claire will be assisting Mecha, given the rolls for Mecha have been pretty damn good this session.
So
Technically, Claire has a better bonus, but yeah.
I know it's crazy, but these things happen. So you guys,
so far when the dice are in your favor.
yeah, okay. You guys travel for 2 hours, and then you get to the point where you seem to, they seem to have like set up a camp, and they sort of stayed somewhere for a period of time. And there's a lot of tracks around, and you need to re-establish where they've gone off to. So you need to make me another check to see if you can find where they have gone.
Okay.
Does Brony want to assist as well? I think Roderick is probably
What's
the next
up?
one.
Yeah.
Survival?
I don't have really much in survival.
I mean, I've got a +1, which is not good.
I don't. 1 second.
It's better than negatives.
Negative
Yeah.
1. Negative 1 survival.
Okay.
Does anybody else wish to assist with the survival checks?
I mean, I can assist.
I got a +1. Do it.
Yeah.
Well, fight to the death. Whoever wins, you get to roll survival.
Yeah, I got a good was decent.
I got-
Sure, I'll help.
I'll be happy to let Pingwing help.
No. Lucky Break
Well,
doesn't know.
it was.
Okay. Oh, Lucky has a +2. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This
Why-
is a good.
If time spent out is a short leg. Has to find his way home.
Well, he's closer to the ground.
Yeah.
All right, Mecha.
You're not wrong.
So add the bonus to this.
Okay.
25.
Wow. Damn.
All right. So you are able to easily pick up the trail once again and set off after the Geminols. You travel for a additional 2 hours. And again, you come across another campsite where it appears that they have camped for the night. It looks like they've been traveling slowly, given the short distance they've covered. But given the fact that you are in pony territory and there are patrols around here, is probably why they are moving as slowly as they are. Because you did come across a patrol as you were following the track.
When did the bank get robbed?
It was robbed 3 days ago.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So we need another survival, right?
I'm just double checking my math now. It said yesterday. When you arrived, it said yesterday. So it's You then went straight to the other place, and then you came straight here. So yeah, 3 days ago. Okay, I've just seen this image and I share it. I mean, it has no relevance to what we're doing here. Just there you go.
Nice.
Like I said, it has no relevance, but it just appeared, so it had to be shared.
Oh my
Anyway.
god, I love it.
Anyway. So yes, you do come across another campsite. You will need another survival check to pick up the tracks from there.
Okay, aiding. Wow, that's actually a decent roll this time.
Lucky?
Lucky, wish to assist.
Yeah, sure. Give me a moment. Here we go. Bloop. Nope. Lucky Break continues to have the survival instincts. Lucky Break still continues to have the survival instincts of Sand.
Well, let's see what Mecha does of it.
Let's see what Mecha does. 21. Not as good as usual, but
Still the best roll.
You've been rolling above 20s consistently. Like, don't sell yourself short.
don't jinx me yet.
All right. As you guys are traveling, you actually, you start pushing yourself through some bit of brush that you are following, and you literally come across Gemnols who are starting to set up for camp. You look at them, they look at you, and it's combat.
Yeah,
Okay.
Technos or Hammer.
It's like looking, bump. Oh hi! Like,
Oh, hi.
All right, let me just no.
There it is.
I could watch this ferret all day.
Me too. I could just. It's just super cute.
That'd be Gemno.
Oh, he's like, he's just having a good time. It's just really relaxed. He's like, this is good.
And then he's getting a...
Mecha, you will not be on 0 because you are tracking, and difficult. To do that.
I'm tracking, yeah.
It's difficult to do that from horseback. Alright, have I got everybody on the map? It looks like... Alright. I suppose I'll put down a little camp. So fire. Now wait for that. I will draw a box to stand in. That seems sensible as you come through. There we go. Not quite what I was looking for. Maybe I'll type in camp. There we go.
Come on.
There you go. Okay, it's not going yet, so that will do. It's my nose, come here. Alright, you guys. Alright, I have a box for you, just here. Please place yourselves inside the box. Both boxes count, so depending. The one at front is where people push through the bushes. Obviously, anybody behind is basically just on the other side. So,
With Lucky Break survival, I'm gonna just put him in the bushes that he accidentally walked into the bushes.
the jaw. The nose are sort of around the campfire going, oh shit. Ooh, no, I do not want to turn on fire. Why did I want to? I removed the box.
What song is it going to be today?
Let's go there. Right. we've got these Geminoids. Okay, so I did that look. Oh, well here, clearly we know where you're going to fail. It's going to be the, it's going to be combat. Out of combat situations, you're going to steamroll. Anything in combat, no.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: we wouldn't be here without Jamaica. So, well done.
Yeah. All right. Where's my Gemino? Here's their initiative. Oh, they've got it. Mr. U. Monster. And is that going to be a 1? No. Broke the pattern. Okay. Claire, what is your dex?
10. We got another damn tie.
Okay, roll a d20.
Tiebreakers are usually done by your dexterity score. That's what the point is for.
I know, but they have the same.
Oh. Oh, that doesn't help.
Okay, the Gemini wins this one.
I still find it hilarious that I rolled another 7.
Alright, there we go. And everybody's sorted. Okay, so combat kicks off with a guiding light. There's a aha indicating the gnolls. You can see them. It's sort of Zero made a good path for you.
Well, how far away am I?
That far.
Bit too. Okay. There we go. Gonna fly over here and gonna drop my guides on them.
Right, bring your guys in. Who's getting them? Which one? Actually, I'll throw it on. You can throw it on top of whoever's the person who's going to get it.
This guy.
Me.
All right. He's got measles now. Right.
I mean, after having been, not having had something to fight for so long, these guys are excited.
Murder!
Let's see how well they're doing.
Let's give them health.
Swarm attack. 8 damage.
8. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, damage and fire. He does not appreciate this. That was not fun.
They now have fire damage, more than they have actual damage.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Roderick.
Did I roll my initiative? I should have done. No, I did not. I thought I did, but I didn't.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I thought I did too.
No, you didn't. Well, roll it now. 16.
There we go. My bad.
I'm gonna roll a quick perception check to see if any of them's got anything on them that stands.
Anything got anything like what? Sorry.
On them that's not standard Gemnol stuff. Like if they've got something like
I'm just
fancy sort of armor.
Anything strange at all, whether it be armor or maybe they just have a bottle of stuff on their person.
Or maybe they have a pinata full of scorpions.
That too.
Or maybe a large sack full of gems.
That was terrible.
Yeah, not the best roll. But hey, you got a 14.
You're not noticing anything
No,
else.
it's 12. It's what it.
It's because it's site based. So.
Well, yeah, I've already had it on automatically collect in because most of my times I'm making that check. It's site based.
Oh, okay. You are not spotting anything out of the ordinary for Knowles to be wearing.
Alrighty.
Just a trio of grunts.
Alright, then I will go fly over here and draw my bow.
You can draw your bow as part of a move action, so...
Yep.
If you get within 30 feet, you can cause sneak attack damage because they're flat-footed.
Oh yeah, good start, didn't it?
So that might be something worth considering.
Is it 30 or 60? Oh wait, there's a feat that improves
It's
60.
yeah. There's a feat. I think it's like some sort of sniper type feat. 5, 15, 12, 30.
Oh, yeah. Guiding drew her scimitar as part of her movement.
Okay, no, that's fine.
All right. And weapons attacks.
20. Let's have a quick check of his flat-footed AC. I'm pretty sure that's a hit. Flat-footed. It is a hit. He takes a good amount of damage. Oh, come on. There you go. Yeah. Bow and fire from the sneak attack. That looks like it hurt. Let's have a whimper. This thing does not like these fire things and is gifted away from said fire things as quick. We'll out of the way. Using his bow. Who's got a bow? Yeah, longbow. Right, he is going to shoot our. Choices. Heavily armored, heavily. Do you look like you're wearing armor, guiding?
I have what's it called?
I don't know.
Parade.
Parade armor, yes.
Cool. So you look like okay. He's shooting at you then. Not as good as before. Okay, so shoots at you. 17. He will do. There we go. Why is you not listed damage dice? That just makes my life more complicated. I'm pretty sure longbow's a D8, but I need to check.
Yes,
They are.
it is.
Cool. You take 3 points of damage from a longbow.
All right.
Lucky.
Lucky will probably something. Let's. Does he have any good spells?
That should have been guiding.
He does.
What are these guys carrying for weapons?
Longbows and spears, by the looks of it.
I'm going to cast Sleep Spell.
Okay. Starting with those.
MVP.
Lucky Break wants to end the thing peacefully.
All right. Where are you putting that sleep, or the center of that sleep spell?
I don't think it particularly matters.
No, it doesn't really.
As long as no one's in the. Logic is everyone's too far away, so I guess it doesn't particularly matter.
It's 10 feet, isn't it? So it's going to affect everybody here, right? I just want to know where the center. Remember, it's on a corner.
Hold on. There we go.
You want to put it there?
Yeah, that'll do.
Get this one here first. One at the back.
Worst
And
case
then-
scenario.
And then
We
they
have-
died.
Yeah.
Green, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's a
Swarm.
no, it's an area effect.
It's
so
an AoE.
AOE. So they will. What? How many hit dice have they got? That's the question.
3.
Okay, they do have more than these guys. So we.
It's unlikely that they are affected, but it is possible.
How many hit dice? No. Sorry, no. I thought they had 2, but no, they've got 3 hit dice themselves. So, but they're furthest away, so they are. It will be. I'll roll between these two who gets it first if I have to go that far.
Mhm.
How many hit dice does it affect?
4.
4. Okay. So you're going to get 1 at least. I need you to roll the spell so I know what the DC is.
Okay, give me a moment. There we go.
Should be will.
It really? Yep, only on 4 hit die creatures. Okay, I thought it
Okay.
scaled.
No,
That one doesn't scale.
no. There's a next level up which will affect more. So this one first in the center. Does he fall asleep? He has nap times. Nappy.
I guess I've gotten so used to a lot of 5th edition spell scaling.
Yeah.
He goes.
Starfinders also scale.
He has nap time. Pigwin, are you doing the same?
Oh, it's Pigwing's turn. Well, no, not exactly. Yep. Okay, cool. He's actually going to just kind of let me just see the range on this because I just need to make sure that I'm getting the right range. That is, haha. Okay. This needs to snap to a corner, and this will cover. This one's sleeping, right? That looks like a good part. Getting the best angle of attack here. Yeah. Okay. Can he move there? Is the question in one turn? He can. So, he is going to take this maneuver right here.
Okay.
And he's just going to cast color spray.
Okay.
Yeah. From this point, 15 feet, which should get the other 2 people.
Should do.
And they have to give me a DC 16 will save. And if they are 3 or 4 hit dice, then they are going to be blinded and stunned for 1d4 round, then stunned for 1 round.
I'm hoping that template goes in.
Mm-hmm. It is in.
Okay, I can't see. So there you go. Color spray.
And you just hear Penguin kind of just like saying something that he probably picked up from Duck, which is like him just humming a little thing about tasting the rainbow. Yeah.
Can you?
Hello?
But I'll do one from from the lowest one up to the highest one first. So the one at the bottom, the one in the middle, and then the one at the top. And I'm afraid your swarm will have to make a save as well. Okay, so I'm going to pause here briefly because I need to nip to the loo. And when we return, we'll have the DC and we'll see who passes, who fails, and what happens. Back in a bit.
Alrighty.
And I'm not sure.
I hope 17 passes.
I'm away from my computer right now. I'm getting something to
Yeah,
do.
you
But, if it
I'm
hasn't
pretty
been
sure
if it hasn't been rolled yet, then I want to use the +1 for Arcane Reservoir as per normal.
That's a +3. +1.
For what?
Well, the middle one's asleep, so if they do get stunned, like the other 2 are.
So you just roll them top to bottom.
I mean, I can get blinded for and stunned for 1d4 rounds, and then stunned for 1 round, and so do the others. But I hope that the DC is 16 or less.
Yeah.
I mean, if it isn't, then they're all knocked out.
It's 17 with my arcane reservoir.
I guess I don't care that much. Although the 17 is the one that has that's already sleeping, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I
Good.
don't think he's as affected by pretty colors.
They might be very sad when they wake up and everything's already dead.
Well, we should probably bind them and search through them. And then
Yeah, I
hand
don't
those
think-
over to the military?
The power of suppression.
Well, that's the thing. If they're not really helpless, that's the thing. The one that's sleeping, yeah, we can. But the other two are still considered armed. And
They're blinded and stunned for 1d4 rounds. They are helpless for that time. Aren't they? Stunned is pretty devastating.
let me double check. I don't know if we can actually tie them up that quick.
A stunned creature drops everything held, can't take actions, takes -2 penalty to AC, loses dex bonus to AC.
Oh, they drop their weapons, so they are considered unarmed. Okay.
Attackers receive a +4 bonus on attack rolls to perform combat maneuvers against a stunned opponent. So we get a +4 to tie them up. If we chose to go that way. Penguin, are you gonna roll the spell?
Oh, yeah.
Doc?
Well, I normally just keep them in Hero Labs, but hang on, let me see if this pulls.
Duck, can you roll the spell, please?
Hello, hello? Can you hear me?
They may be away, I guess.
Hello?
It
I
seems
need to-
that way.
Yeah, I need to buy some chain. It looks like if we're going to be taking people prisoners.
Manacles?
That too.
Hello? Hello, hello?
Hello.
Oh, yes. Did your
Hi.
mic die?
I've been trying to speak, and apparently it just wasn't picking me up.
No, we weren't hearing you at all.
Saying-
No mic
Oh,
activity.
well, I was saying, I was trying to say that, we're using his arcane reservoir and blah blah blah, so he can up the DC by 1 and such. Normally I just keep all my spells in my my Hero Lab, so I think I might have got this over. I just keep track of my character in Hero Labs less than roll 20, but let me try to find the spell here. The DC should be 17.
Ooh. Ooh.
This is why I'm wanting to get the bulwark armor. So I can keep all those nasty little stun spells like that to a minimum.
What was this one called again? Color spray. It's gonna be up here.
Ooh. Manacles are expensive.
Yeah, that's why I'm
There
just
you
like
go.
chain
It
and
says
all.
16 on there, but he's using his arcane reservoir. That's for normal.
Yeah, they're expensive for a reason because they're just really, really good at. They're way more efficient than rope when it comes to restraining. The way things are priced usually in the book, I think, is based on effectiveness. Usually, things that give bonuses to things are more expensive than other things.
Okay, escape artist DC 30 or DC 35 for the non-masterwork or masterwork ones. Or DC 26 strength check. I think we're pretty safe on that side if we had manacles.
How about the gliding gladiator?
Yeah, your average rogue could probably slip out of medicals at first level first or second level, but with a little bit with the time, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Right, I'm back, but I just have to feed cats, and then we'll be good to go again.
No, give me food.
okay. So, but it looks like number 1 and number 3 failed.
Well, that's good, because number 2 is asleep.
That's probably why he passed.
Oh, it's so cute. No, I wouldn't think you want Maggie, but you want to try and do it. Yes, Mama. Okay.
Right, it's -4 for non-lethal on a non-lethal weapon, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I have a +4 to hit.
-4 on a
Uh,
lethal weapon if you want to do non-lethal.
Deal.
Dumb dog.
I'm just trying to figure, like, you can use a hammer non-lethally, can't you?
Technically everything's non-lethal if they don't die from it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, a hammer is designed, like, for...
But do you want to carry them afterwards? I mean...
Well, basically, if depending if you on the roll, we may not have the time. I'm just trying to sort of knock them unconscious, and then we can tie them up without them trying to fight back.
Come on get your food. Go on then. Yeah,
I see.
go on then.
Because I just don't want them escaping, trying to fight
Yeah,
the
I know.
rope or whatever.
Okay.
His
So-
DC is 17 with his Arcane Reservoir. It's not 16, but I posted the thing for you for the effects.
Yeah, that's fine. So let's move back to the gym list. We'll get rid of that. So it looks like your guy's just about survived. So where are we at? So 3 or 4 hit dice. Creature is blinded and stunned for. Roll me a 1d4.
All right.
Unless you...
Oh, wow.
Well,
Literally
they're not having it. They're blind and stunned, so they're not having a good time. 4.
So, do you think we have the time?
Oh, I want to see something, yeah.
Stunned. Just the one where they can't do shit at all.
Yeah.
Stunned.
Yeah, -2 to AC loses all decks.
And they're blind. So
That's what blind does.
No,
Tingling in a very far more confident manner just says, "Lay down your arms, or he will disarm you, literally," and points toward.
He already has disarmed them.
yeah, so stun creatures
Well,
they drop.
you missed this, but crucial part of his statement.
Literally.
So yeah, stone creatures drop everything they are and can't take actions. They take -2 to AC and lose its Dex bonus to AC if they had any. Attackers receive +4 to combat maneuver checks. So that was Pigwin's turn. They stand there and do nothing. They stand. Oh, he sleeps happily. Claire.
Okay. Claire is going to. Probably she's got the hammer. The fact that he's sort of got things sort of nice in hand, she's going to, as she approaches, look to them and go nighty night, and will try to knock them out.
So you're doing non-lethal damage.
Yes,
Okay, you take -4 to hit.
but they have a -4 to AC, so.
Oh yeah.
They have far worse things than -4 to AC.
They do. But
Oh
you,
my God, no!
Jesus.
Was it in that one? Oh, no,
God!
no, not quite.
Oh God! Oh
Jesus.
God!
Does the 14 confirm?
check it. Yes.
Oh, oh God!
like in the past, whenever Gale got a shot off on someone.
That's a hell of a non-lethal.
Well, it was non-lethal.
The problem is it carries over.
Okay. So,
my
oh,
lord.
all right. I
Yeah, that's
forgot.
right. Too much non-lethal does carry over, doesn't it?
Yes.
So I need to put that 16. So let's do some math.
Ooh, accidentally beating someone to death.
You did 27 damage.
Police brutality.
God, yes.
Stop resisting! Bap! Stop resisting! Bap! He's already asleep.
So that, and then that much passes through. I mean, you smack him one. I mean, it was probably some people may have seen it as a non-lethal hit, but I mean, he definitely hits the ground hard.
Oh God.
You're trying to be non-lethal, but accidents happen.
Oh,
Oh,
brother.
no.
I'm gonna.
And then Claire is trying to be non-lethal.
Oh.
Let it be said that a
Yes.
critical isn't always a good thing.
Well, you hit him. He goes down.
Oh God.
Mecca.
Wait, was this the one that was on fire?
Yes.
Oh God. Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna move up to Zero and huddle behind him, and I'm gonna give Zero his marching orders.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna have him like be ready to pounce on anyone that comes close. I think you guys have it handled from back here.
Alright. So Zero readies an attack for anyone who's an enemy to get too close.
That's his move. So yeah, Guiding Light, it's your turn again.
Guided.
I'm gonna go get something to eat.
I'm gonna fly over here and I'm gonna try to knock this guy out.
So using non-lethal damage, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
+1 for the height advantage. 13.
13. So, oh god, they've got that. They've lost every single deck bonus -4 to, or then the -2 from. Yeah, that's a hit.
Bonk.
So he takes 10 non-lethal, and then he takes 3 lethal because you can't make 5.
Yes, I know. I know that the fire damage is not something I can do now.
He is still standing.
But he's not really fighting back, so the
Yeah.
guys are gonna have a look around and they're gonna get out of there. There's nothing to fight.
I mean, he is still standing up, but yeah, he's not really doing too much. He's just sort of standing there.
They're a swarm. I don't think they can do non-lethal.
I mean, probably not, no.
Well, if you could make them a lot of little saps, they probably could.
That's a lot of saps.
I mean, they can,
That's a lot.
they can probably just go in there and knock him out with lethal damage, but
I mean, that works.
they're not going to be enthusiastic about that one. But
Alright.
they're going to do it.
So they're just going to go.
This is
Oh.
quite literally this combat right here. What's kind of happened?
Knock. Another 7 damage.
Alright.
Honk.
So the swarms went and attacked him, so they do 7 damage. I need to give him 7. And he joins the I'm asleep.
And with that, they're going to dissipate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's everyone who is unconscious.
Oh.
I tried to take him alive. She's gonna try to make sure he's still breathing after what she did to him.
What
First
a
you break
fight!
into someone's house.
Okay, I can see
here.
combat's done now.
I feel so sorry for these guys. Oh,
Mount up.
and this is where we learned they were just on a camping trip.
I mean, you are technically at war with them, so...
And
Oh,
Penguin
boy.
kind of
I
blinks.
mean, if they are just on a camping trip, they chose a really bad place to do it, since we're in the middle of a war with them.
And Penguin kind of blinks like a little bit. You know, it's been a year since I was scared of you. I think it's been too long. Far too long. And he starts to get really nervous. Nervous.
I'm
Can
here to
someone tie
grab
up
my
the
arrow.
one that's that one, please? She's going to making sure he's breathing and need to be sort of keep him from probably dying to cranial hemorrhaging.
Okay. Roll me a heal check. 15 to stabilize.
Yeah, I can auto pass that.
Yeah.
Rolling high for success for me.
Yep, go ahead. Yep.
Found my bow. Found my arrow.
Yeah, he's still alive.
But yeah, the stabilize 21.
So yeah, you guys have a bunch of unconscious Geminols. What do you wish to do?
Where's they did have the gem bag nearby though? Yes.
Yeah, you go looking for it, and you find a bag that contains a lot of gems.
Okay. Well, she'll take the bag, put it on her thing, and let's
Do we appraise them to make sure that that's actually all of them?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
a good idea.
we should.
Penguin has a +9 to appraise if you guys need an appraisal.
Yeah. So
I'll assist you on the appraisal.
Check if there's any extra gems. Because they might be more on top of.
All right. Well, I can't help you now.
Yes, because the
Oh,
person
yeah,
who's
what's the
doing
roll?
the help has to do it first. You're not sure, and there's a lot of gems in here. It will take you a few hours to go through.
Yeah, I was just saying we get a few hours to drag them back. So
I'm looking myself then.
okay. Claire's going to make a whatchamacallit, a traverse to drag these things. Probably with Zero's help.
We should tie up the one that is under the sleep spell.
Yeah.
I
Well, I'll
suppose-
let you guys do that while I'm doing this.
Penguin's going to really quickly, just for your information, steal detect magic over them and the gem bag, just to make sure there's no magic or whatever.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You are not finding anything magical.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Claire, but you're the one that has the best CMB from all of us. Maybe you should tie him up.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess one or two assists, but
I mean, the last
I can
time
assist
we
you.
had
That's
something
not a
up didn't
problem.
go too well.
okay.
When you tie up somebody who's helpless, you basically count as rolling a 20. Don't have to make any checks.
So I'd have a 26.
What your CMB is?
CMB is 6.
Okay.
So when you tie somebody that was unconscious, that is, so if they retain consciousness, that is the DC they have to beat when they. Try.
Assisting doesn't work on this, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So mine would have been a 23. So you don't want me to tie up anyone.
That's fine.
All right. So you guys tie up your prisoners, and Claire goes about building some stuff to drag them, and Roderick works out to make sure that you have all the gems.
And I'm disarming them and making sure, and basically sorting through their possessions.
I was gonna get to that, but I was busy with another thing.
Yeah, I know. That is why I'll do that. I'll happily do that for you.
They've got short spears, they've got leather armor, and they have bows and some arrows.
I also found one of their arrows. It's
Um,
a folder.
They've got technically 20 arrows each.
One of them only has 19 left.
Yeah, one of them has 19.
Arrows never hurt.
Actually,
Though I
they're
don't
quite
think they were made
painful.
in my size, so I don't think I can use that.
It's just
Right.
a
Arrow
spear. It's
default.
just a spear for you. Lord,
Actually, I don't think arrows change size no matter which. I know the bow does.
No,
but
there's arrows because if you use like you can't use a bow while you like to change alter size on yourself because as soon as the arrow leaves you, it changes and goes back to its original damage. It's a mechanic that I've had an unfortunate amount of that I've came across. Unfortunately, a lot of.
Well, you know what I think.
So all they have are the longbows, their armor, and arrows.
Hmm.
Correct, Matt?
Sorry, I was reading something. What's that?
All they have is their longbows, arrows, and armor.
Short spear as well. No, yeah,
And
yeah, short spear.
Okay.
No, not short spear. It's just a spear. So yeah, that's the one we can't treat correct.
Spear. The armor isn't really useful to us, so meh. Nothing else. Okay. Well, longbows are worth something, I think.
Yeah, longbows are pricey.
So yeah, I'm gonna collect those, and it's always good to have some arrows around if you plan on using that kind of stuff.
The longbows aren't really designed for ponies to be able to utilize.
No, but you can readjust them though. We can restring them. That is
Hey,
one thing.
It's not about the strings. It's more about the there's special bows you can plant in the ground. Ponies.
I'm sure if we find a woodworker, they can
Oh yeah.
get them if they want
Yeah,
to.
but I mean, like longbows are 75 gold apiece.
Yeah.
So
If we get 25, I'll be happy. And I don't think the spears will need adjusting, but I have no idea how much they cost. I don't think they're worth it.
All right. So, are you guys going to start dragging these sorry lot back?
yes,
You could probably use these spears in your construction. All right.
All right. So you guys turn and start heading back. You will travel 2 hours back when you will start to feel a bit tired and with a point where you guys would probably consider resting.
Can I just before we head out, can I make a quick check that we didn't miss anything in the camp?
Yeah, sure. Roll perception.
I
Alright.
clicked on it. There we go.
So were we pretty? Did the bag look like it was close, or at least I'm no appraising going to give me the exact, but it looked
Yeah.
like we had pretty close.
It looks like you've got the amount that has been specified by the guy.
Coolio.
The ultimate question.
You are not finding anything additional.
Okay, so
They like to bury their stuff. Make sure that they haven't buried anything. I'm gonna.
They were just setting up camp. I don't think they were that far ahead.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they generally only bury loot in their lair. There's no point burying it in enemy territory because you're not going to get it back.
So we arrive at the previous campsite?
Yes, you will make it back to the previous campsite.
We don't have to set up a fireplace. Hey.
Well, I mean, you probably need wood and stuff like that. Clear out the ash.
But we don't have to dig a hole, put the
No.
stones outside.
It saves us a couple minutes.
Well, probably about 45, to be honest.
That's a lot of minutes.
Takes time to set up a camp.
It's a lot of minutes that can be used for bonding.
But you guys will set up for camp. I assume you double check to make sure your prisoners are still conscious.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Claire's gonna, again, quietly, while the one that was sleeping is going to join the others in nappy time with a blackjack.
Okay.
Just to make sure he's nice and sleepy.
All right. Let's see how sleepy he is.
Okay, one moment.
I'll just knock him out gently. Smack! Oh, his head fell off.
Oh, wait.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know.
True, it would not be the first time. Claire's done this once before.
You hit him. He still looks conscious.
He goes, ow.
It's like, ah! He is no longer conscious.
Okay. There we go.
The Indian educator.
She was trying to be very, very gentle there.
Let me go, let me go. No, donk. Bonk. Once again, I quote to you that Doge video into found in MBC chat.
Okay.
All right. I just need to check what non-lethal damage, if that heals from resting.
The same as...
Non-lethal just goes away. It's the reason why kineticists work. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, they'd be waking up at morning time.
Yeah. At morning time, you'll have whoever's on the final watch probably noticed Gemino's starting to struggle with their bonds.
we're
That would
definitely
probably
going to make
be-
sure Claire is on the final watch.
Yeah. Well, you go back to sleep.
Okay, so hold on, I mean just adjust the health because they would have healed. Drew, it's their hit dice represents their level, so that's how many hits you get back.
Hmm. And she'd
Can
make
you
sure
do-
they're still breathing and all.
Can
Alright,
you do a coup de grace non-lethal to knock them out?
no. The idea of coup de grace is you murdering. Alright, Claire, please pick one victim for your 9 damage.
I coup de grace you to unconsciousness.
The second
which
one
is
that was sleeping
technically
would be
correct.
he's the one that was struggling, yes?
No, they're all struggling in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So which one are you getting first?
Okay, the first one would be the one that's burned. The one that was burned badly.
So this one?
Yeah.
Cool. You hit him, he goes unconscious. Next one. Knocking them all out.
The one that was hit by guiding with the other fire.
That one.
Yeah.
8. He is still conscious after you hit.
Well, actually, let's see. Add another. I forgot I can use power attack with this.
So another 2.
Yep, another 2.
Okay. He is unconscious.
Okay,
You have
and finally number 3.
He's really trying to struggle.
Whoops, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. 4. It'd be. Let me
Is
re-roll. I'm sorry,
this
that's the wrong one.
is this making noise? Like, because
I mean, it'd be more
11.
of a whack. Whack.
yeah, like Ting Ming's gonna wake up and be like, "Do you need help?"
No. Whack.
God. Oh Lord.
Pigwing starts to write down an idea for Mecha that just says whack-a-dog.
Can
This one's still
do.
going at 11.
The 9. He's unconscious.
Okay, there we go.
I was just quickly checking something. Got to check.
I doodled down my design for the whack-a-dog machine. 13. That's still good. Pretty good.
So he is that one. Okay.
Yep. All of
you-
them are still breathing though. She's going to make sure to check.
Yes, because you're using the sap. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're pretty sure you didn't hit any of them that hard. I mean, if you crit, then we might have to check.
It's only ×2. It's only ×2. I'm very thankful I don't have a ×4 weapon. Or this would be very, very sad town.
Ooh, there we go. Right. So you continue dragging the rest of them back to the town.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I assume you're probably going straight to the bank.
Yeah, the guard to drop them off, and then the bank to basically to say we found the gnolls that took your money.
Why do you want to drop them off?
Well, to let the villagers decide what to do with them.
I mean, we're not law enforcement. They have a jail.
Yeah, these are enemy fighters. Why not take them back to the military?
Well, if you want to drag them that far, sure.
Well, I mean, not me, but
Well, as I said, they just put them to death. Like, let's be honest here. Like, they'll just pretty much
Although
stick a sword in them, and
we should ask the sheriff for like manacles instead of just rope.
they would interrogate them first. I hope.
maybe we'll see. I don't mind to drag them that far.
The military.
The as you guys are talking to and hand over the gems to Careful Bean. No, that's
Careful,
yeah.
Bean.
Yeah, Careful Bean. He will go. A message will come by with a message for all of you. I said I'll pass it along when you returned.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands you another message.
Yep, Claire will basically gather the others and sort of read it quietly to them.
A gymnol mounted on a dire hyena has been terrorizing supply lines and villages. He's solo and fast, so the army has not been able to catch up to him, but a small group may be able to do it.
Actually,
is this the only thing on the letter? There's no like to, from, like this is just like it just has this information on it, or what?
It's just in this vicinity, basically.
well, actually, she'll look to the three generals there. Like, I have an idea. We've got bait.
We got speed too.
No.
Good thing they asked us
Uh,
because
Pingwing's already putting up his claw. No. Because the moment you try to put them as bait and they get away, we're gonna meet up with this big guy, and then it's gonna be a 4 on us instead of a 1 on us. And so your idea is bad, and you should feel bad.
Also, Gemnols do dig, and you probably got lucky that none of these escaped the first time.
Well,
Yeah.
again, like I can ensure that they don't try to do that.
No.
No.
That.
Lucky Break says, I agree with Penguin. That's not a very good idea.
Besides, I don't need to have anything else holding me up because I want to deal with the problems now, and I need to get home because Duck is like a blueberry, and he's like very nervous.
Guiding can still laugh about this.
Okay, so if we don't have the time to deal with these three, what do you wish to do with them then?
Yeah, alright, let's send them over. I was hoping we'd get back to camp, get a couple of days off.
Okay. Well, she'll take them into there, like, and just say to the character, whatever, like, these are the ones responsible for the theft, and they're yours to do with whatever you want.
All right then. I'll chuck him in the cell. We'll sort that out later.
Okay. Do be mindful that we didn't have medicals at the time, so do with them as you will.
You want your robe back?
Please and thank you. She'd take the rope that she had, and
as you guys are heading out, he'll probably tell one of the deputies to go and get some rope and wood out of the storage and start constructing.
Does the cell have a stone floor?
The vault?
No. Where they put the generals.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, right. Before we leave to chase after the other general, can we have a look at the grass?
Yeah, sure.
Because I want to know. I do want Mecha and Penguin to come along, and the others if they want.
All right.
given the Claire's no longer holding a couple of furry bodies.
I want to know what's up with that grass. I don't know whether it's magic or a chemical or whatever, but I'm curious. Mecha, have a look at it.
We can take some samples, but it'll take me too long to actually dig into it. I can do like a quick guesstimate, I guess.
Yeah.
But at best, we just bottle up some samples and we can do some in-depth analysis when we have some more downtime.
Yeah, I've got a pot or two you could throw it in.
Knowledge nature to grab some samples.
And maybe Penguin can cast detect magic to see whether it's magical.
Yeah, you can.
So,
actually, no. You can.
I'm just gonna
alchemy is either if you want, Jamie, because you can do that as well.
alchemy, craft alchemy for collecting a sample.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Oh.
Duck. There's no magic grass here.
That was pretty low roll for me for craft alchemy, but it's still pretty good.
Penguin was rolling nature to gather samples.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I will go with penguin samples.
Also, the nature one would tell you.
Oh, Claire
It seems to
also.
be a slightly different species of. But that's about as much.
What was that? Steel?
It's a slightly different species of grass.
And this grass, it's called bluegrass, but it's not actually blue. And this grass is crabgrass, and crabgrass doesn't actually snip your fingers, so you're fine. He's just going on.
Do they have any special properties? I mean, Claire might be able to. I don't know.
Yes, the most specialist of properties is that it's not back home with its wife where it should be at this moment.
I think you want to tell us something.
Duck.
I'm not quite sure.
Duck would know. Penguin would know that it is a rare grass that tends to be very vibrant in colours. It is very difficult to even grow anywhere, and see such amount of it is surprising here. But it probably would explain why it hasn't spread from here. So it's probably something in the soil, which is it likes. That's why it's growing.
He points this out. I'm not sure if it could be a let's build the kingdom sort of thing, but he points it out. You lot. For
All right.
suggestions.
I'm
Sorry.
not really a herbalist or a gardener.
Yeah,
so-
plants are out of my forte.
I'm looking at Claire at this point. And
Yeah,
Mecha.
she'll probably basically, if the fact that they got a sample to take back home is good enough for her.
Yeah, I'd rather we get doing, and then I can do some in-depth research and analysis and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna set up my shop right
Oh,
here
no.
now.
I mean, it was just in case you said, well, let's have a dig around and see what might be special about this place. But if you want to do this the careful way, I'm totally happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I think Pigwin will have a hernia if you make it much longer, and you're just investigating grass.
Yeah.
We are watching grass grow.
I have been watching duck grow for the last year.
So, how are you going to go about trying to track down these mounted riders? All you know is that they have been terrorizing and attacking trade caravans.
Monkey break things for a minute. Monkey break things for a minute. It's like we could try setting up a fake caravan.
It doesn't say anything specific about where this guy was. I mean, it's a single rider, right?
Yeah, it's a single rider. It's in the vicinity, so basically in this area. I mean, there are a number of roads between the settlement, the camp, other settlements elsewhere. So there's a lot of ground to cover, which makes life difficult. You can't say it'll be here because he's attacked people in places.
Oh yeah. The question was whether there was a pattern of sorts that might have been useful, but
Not currently.
okay. That's sad. Well, magical tracking, normal tracking.
Have there been any signs of this? Because I mean, a wolf this big is going to leave furrows and all in the dirt.
Hyena.
It's a hyena, but
You would have to go to one of the attack sites to start investigating.
Are there any? I guess we could check at the city where we're at the place we're at the moment and see if there's any people that had been harassed by this one, if they were whereabout it happened.
So you want to spend the rest of the day asking around here to see if anyone's been attacked.
Unless anyone has a better idea of just trying to shoot in the dark. We do have the one caravan, but that's sort of potentially we'd have to get the thing, try and just waltz back and forth with it, really.
The other thing is you could always go back to the military to get more intel, or very limited to what you've been given. It's more of this is another situation you need to deal with. And they had a lot of information in regards to at the military base, because there was a map what indicated 2 locations here, so you could see what you need to go to, and that's
All in favor of the military base?
I'm good with that.
I think that is 5 hours away, right?
yes.
That's the only downside is we can spend the day looking and asking for people here. We could try the military base, or we can try to get a cart and see if he'll hit us.
I think
I want to point out the best way to just keep these guys from regaining their non-lethal damage is just to not let them have 8 hours of rest, to just slap them awake.
I know they're in jail now, so you'd have to worry about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
Yeah, we did take them to jail because we now have a new thing to do.
Yeah, we took them to jail. We got a letter giving us a new job.
Based.
We get to hunt down that guy from whatever the one link thing, whatever it's called, not Breath of the Wild, but the one before that's riding on, instead of a giant pig, it's a giant wolf.
Ocarina of Time?
Not Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. There we go.
Twilight Princess.
Pingwing is continuing to mutter things about blueberries and her looking like a character from Philly Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
If I'm No, I shouldn't. if that could hear that, that's all I'm gonna say.
Claire is looking while they're discussing it all. Claire is looking, seeing if she's munching on a little bit of fruit at the moment, seeming pretty happy with things, but trying to get feedback from most things, and just sort of tossing up a bit of fruit and just going crunch.
Yeah, I'm happy to go to the military base. I don't think there's.
You should get there by the end of war period.
Lucky Brick says, unfortunately, we don't quite have enough.
Okay, so it sounds like the military base is our best bet then. We can see who's been hit and what knowledge they have. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself such a pat on the back for Philly Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That was a good one.
It was a pretty good one.
You guys make your way back to the military camp. I assume you head to the command tent as
and trying to find out more about where he's hit. Yeah.
You'll be directed to maps and stuff to indicate various bits of information, which I am just going to look up again.
Yep. Has he graduated from blueberries into strawberries and raspberries yet?
Oh yes. And then he's like muttering little quotes, you know, Violet, you're turning. Well, I guess she wouldn't technically be violet. She'd be every color but violet because violet's just reflected off of her, I guess. And he starts thinking. He gets really introspective. He has a lot of things on his mind right now.
All right. They indicate the maps and stuff there. Now, somebody, profession soldier will help here, or if you've got something like law tactics or some sort of like tactician stuff.
Unfortunately, I don't. I picked Sharujan because she was a healer, rather medic in the things, rather than
soldier. Yeah.
Gunter has knowledge other.
Knowledge other.
Yeah.
You normally have to choose the other.
He's a sage, so he's trained in every single type of knowledge skill. Well, not trained, but like he can use any type of knowledge. So this would be knowledge, military, like.
No, it's profession or something.
Profession. Not no knowledge checks, I'm afraid.
Would I be able to use geography to see, like, from basically like the area he's striking from, or look to pinpoint an area within?
Geography can be used, yeah. Like I said, I was just throwing out some things that I know definitely would, but geography is something you can use.
Okay, let's see how the dice want to be. Not bad. Above a 10.
Okay, so with looking at it, you identify two passages where most of the attacks have happened. So going to one of these areas would be the most likelihood opportune moment to be attacked / witness attack.
So actually, probably we could hook up Gunter, not Gunter, but let's hook up the penguin. Let's see. Hook up Zero, and we have a military escort with me, and we'll see if he wants to go for. We get some fake boxes or whatever, and see about if he wants to try to strike for that. Sound like a plan?
What's the plan?
We get Mecha and Zero to pull the a cart. Let's see, with some fake. We get some fake boxes sealed and all, and we see if he wants to try to hit us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yay! Sounds like a plan. Fun plan. I love it when a plan comes together.
You say that.
Okay.
Penguin
All right.
Prepare some spells.
I mean, it is late in the evening. They can have that stuff ready and available for you first thing.
Yep. And the first thing in the morning's fine.
You are all given a tent to sleep in. I hope you enjoy the smell of sweaty ponies because that's what you're.
Claire has soaps and scented soaps because this is not the first time she's used to this kind of thing.
I don't think it's yourself that's smelling.
No, but she could basically rub it and all that and put it in front of her nose so she doesn't have to smell it.
She quickly shoves the bar of soap up her nose. I don't have to put up the smell anymore.
I have a filter mask. I'm gonna use that.
I think we all do because of the sewer.
I think I was. Well, I think someone else bought one as well, but I don't think everybody did.
Yeah, you decided to.
Penguin's just.
Yep, I bought the filter mask, so Claire is putting one on and is happily snoring.
Penguin is muttering in his sleep, but I already got you more hay. Why do you have to keep craving hay? I don't understand this. You like bread.
All right. The morning will come, and you're given a cart, and you set out towards the to one of the passes. One of the individuals, so you're helping out, says you may want to hide your more heavily armored people, as they're not likely to attack you if they think you got soldiers.
Yay, Loki breaks
Just Claire.
Probably.
Yeah, all I'm wearing is motorcycle leathers and a helmet.
So yeah, basically it'll be Claire in the wagon, pretty much, and everyone else sort of traveling.
No, I'm gonna get into the wagon as well.
They might mistake Zero for a thing in heavy armor from a distance, but can't really do anything about that. He's my ride.
Well, thing with horses as difficult to deal with when they're attached. So.
Yep.
All right. So you guys set out. One of you roll me a 1d100.
Do you want me to, or do you want a penguin to?
Somebody in the party. That's what I need.
I got you.
Okay, let's let that do it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
He wants to go home the fastest.
Oh no, God.
66.
Oh.
66.
Was higher better or lower?
Well, we might be on Route 66. Whether or not we get our kicks there.
Somehow he rolls a 0.
Let me have a look. You've chosen the paths. Right, so I need to roll this, and that will determine. Okay, that number. With that. All right. You are traveling along the road and acting as bait. You spot a little way ahead of you another caravan, which is also pulling supplies, heading in your direction. They're not in any fast rush, just like fast rush. Despite Penguin probably going in the back, going, "Oh, we need to find faster." And roll me perception as you start approaching or you start getting a bit closer to these in the putting the trade goods.
Whilst rolling perception, and he'd do this with like anybody, even just passers-by on the road. He'd be like, kind of whispering a detect magic in their way, just to detect magic.
You're not quite that close.
Well, like as they pass is like what I mean. So if we're passing each other, detect magic. Like,
This is like them about. This is them about 400 feet away.
And to make us seem more innocuous, let me find background skills. That's what. There it is. we go. Innocuousness.
Playing musical instrument.
I'd back you up on the imaginary violin, but I'm behind the wheel of a robot, so.
It's guiding and no, it's guiding and Roderick. You see the pair of ponies laden down with trade goods walking down the road towards you. You think you may have. You think they may be the two ponies you rescued from the Gemnol cave like a year ago.
Neat.
Oh,
Lucky Break will say hi.
They probably recognize Zero.
They're heading in your direction. I mean, you're not crossing paths yet, but you should cross paths relatively soon.
So Roderick made the perception check, but Mecha didn't.
Oh no, yes, sorry, yeah. Mecha, I got you the wrong way round. Mecha, you would have noticed them as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just barely passed.
Okay.
As you go, you realise you suddenly recognise these individuals. You are within about 100 feet, and you hear a loud war cry. With a loud war cry, a Gemnol mounted on a dire hyena bursts out of one of the tree lines nearby and charges straight towards the trade ponies.
No!
Charge!
And given how much longer we've got left, I think here will be a good moment to pause ourselves on.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I got some stuff to do.
Yeah, I need to rest my voice.
That's fine. And leave you that momentarily cliffhanger.
Woo!
We like them.
Say bye to stream. Bye stream.
Bye.